Good morning, guys. It's Erin from Earth Healer Movement. I'm wearing Fabletics top and Amazon shorts. And then I have this felt bag from Amazon. Fabletics. And I like the color combination. And then I'm just gonna wear these like slides, the pillow slides, and that's my door dashing outfit. It's a Saturday, and it's pretty like late in the day, not gonna lie, and it's like 80 degrees outside. My body was like really hurting, so I just needed to relax in bed, and then I did my video from posted a video, because that's usually what I do when I wake up in the morning. So it's really good. Like this plan that the Holy Spirit had for me is just like so brilliant, and that's what I was reflecting on this morning. And then I started to get like really sad and like crying and stuff, which was good. It's like a good release, to like release emotions, to get it out and get rid of it, and to be appreciative of the lesson that you learned. So it's like, that's where the cycle is of cleansing. It's a cleansing. That's why you get the water, the cleansing. That's what I'm getting right now, and I'm getting itchy on my hand. I have not itched my hand, so I don't know why it feels itchy right now. So that's really good, like really therapeutic. And it was triggered by my video, the things that I said and did in my video. And then I got like just recalling memories and stuff like that. So I have to get going. I have some plans today. I need to work, but I need to get my son his stuff for his Halloween costume. We tried to go yesterday, but I can literally read my son's mind. And like, I think he didn't want me to buy it, the thing that he needed for his costume, because he didn't want me to spend the money, because he knows like everything that I go through. But I want him to have what he wants, and I'm willing to do that for him. Like, I want everybody to have everything that they want. And so I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go get it for him myself before he has to go to his party tonight. And so I feel like I kind of wasted the morning because I didn't like get up and get going. But I know that I was being told like before I got up that not to think like that, that it was really important for me to do what I did this morning. All the reflection and all the good work that I did. It is work. It's like emotional work, and it's really important to your growth and your stability. And it's like, it allows you to move forward and elevate. So it's actually like the best work because it's like eye-opening, like your mindset is like altered, like your perception of things is altered. So you literally like jump timelines is what I'm kind of hearing. Like you literally entered into a new stage, a new reality, like a new level of growth, because you're able to appreciate the good of the lesson. The badness became an enlightenment of good. So that's what I did when I was a child. When bad things were happening, I learned from it in the good way. Hold on. And so, like, for instance, my mom was a heavy smoker. I almost shaved my hair on my head. I'm gonna shave my legs. But she was a heavy smoker, and as a kid, like, I knew that that was bad, and that it was bad for me to smell it, of course, because it was making me choke, and it smelled disgusting. And I knew, like, my mom was doing things that wasn't good for her and wasn't good for me, and that, you know, you see the faults of adults, and then it's like hard to really, and then the other things that they would do and say, and it's like, you know, you have to understand that kids are very observant. And so it's just, you know, it's changing their mind about some things, about like who's really the parent. Like, sometimes kids have to, like, they're learning from your bad examples. They could do the bad things as well, or it could force them to want to be better than that. And that's what happened in my childhood, is my parents were a reflection of what I didn't want a lot of the time. Of course, there's good and bad in everyone. So, but I took all those things and I was like, I don't want to be like that. I would never do that. That's disgusting. Like, I didn't even understand it. But of course, like, there were things that, like I was saying in my other video about manifestation, how it doesn't hear negatives. I don't really know exactly like how that works, but I have to think about it more. And I can probably talk out right now and like figure it out. But, cause, what was I thinking? I don't even know. I kind of like got sidetracked. So if I'm a child and I'm thinking I want to be better than my parents, I don't like, I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm thinking like, you know, like, I'm thinking like, I can't breathe. That smoke is disgusting. And it looks disgusting. Like, what are you doing? Hold on. And then my mom would get mad at my dad because when he would take us, like once or whatever, when he took us, or twice, 3 times, I don't know, but we would come back smelling like marijuana. And so he was doing that like around us, but that's smoking too. It's like a different type of smoking. So she's like being like a hypocrite, basically, like getting mad at him for smoking when she's smoking also, and she's being a bad influence also. So, I didn't really know my dad. So I don't know, like, if he would have been a good parent, but pretty deep conversation here. He was more of the loving one of the two, I think. Maybe. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm kind of like creeped out by my dad, actually. I don't want to have a relationship with him or anything, so I don't really know. But let's not talk about that anymore. I don't even know why. What happened? Why did I talk about that? Oh yeah, the influences of them. So you take the good, you take the bad, you take it all, and there you have the facts of life. So in reflection, if you think about it, instead of just like seeping it into your subconscious, like, but if you really mentally think about it and think like, that is really a disgusting thing that they're doing. And when I will never do that. So that's the thing, is like, that's what I kind of get a conflicting message about. Like when you say affirmations, it's supposed to build you up, but it has to be positive affirmations. But I remember saying like I will never do that. So if you say like it's an identity thing, it's like, I am not a smoker. Basically, that's what you're saying. I will never do that. That is not something I would do. So maybe it's like, because you think like if the affirmation, or if the universe thing is like, I will not smoke, it would make you smoke, because you're saying you don't want to smoke, which it doesn't hear the negative part. So that's what's confusing me about that. And I'm sure it would confuse you guys as well, me saying that. So I was kind of like uncomfortable what I said. So and I know that God hears your intentions and knows your mind. But there's also that thing about like speaking things into existence. Like I'm getting a vision of Abraham Hicks and the whole like vortex thing. Like how you have to, okay, so this is what I'm getting from that, is all your thoughts that you've ever thought in your life are like swirling around in your like subconscious or conscious. Subconscious. This is the melon serum from Meaningful Beauty. And so the universe and God knows what you think and what you want. But to be real clear and specific, if you keep saying what you want, then it comes into realization. Or you keep thinking it. Like if I keep thinking about my twin flame and thinking and talking about it, that's keeping the manifestation going. It's emphasizing it. But if I say negative things like, I don't want him, and go away, and don't talk to me, and I'm blocking you, that's like keeping it away, right? So it's like a constant like battle back and forth with the universe doesn't really know what you want. And there's emotion behind it as well. So that makes it even more powerful. But when you're crying and stuff, and you're saying, there's more that I was saying. So it was like, I have to get away because it's hurting me to be without you. And I don't know what's happening. So it's hurting me because I don't know what's happening. And it's driving me crazy. It's basically what I was saying. I have to wash my hands. It's like the not knowing about what's going on is like driving me insane. And not talking and that kind of stuff. It's like total like abandonment issues, out of control. So it's like to stop the insanity, it's like you just have to remove yourself because you know you're gonna freaking go insane and go off. Like who do you think you are to do this to me? Like put me through all of this trauma when you know that this is hurting me. But if the other person is trying to heal in order to be better for you, then that's not trying to hurt you, that's trying to protect you. But it hurts though. So when you don't think about it and you don't reflect on that and really sink it into your head, it just feels painful. And I'm getting like that's what you can feel when you are triggered by true love, because it feels so good when you first come across it. And then your pain is triggered because you're like, you want to be perfect for that person and you're not. And so it triggers your pain and your insecurities. And then you just want to run away to like fix yourself to be better for that person. But then it's an emotional roller coaster because you're in pain as well. The other person's in pain as well, trying to understand themselves and figure out what's going on. And try to ignore it and cover it up. I.e. rebound relationship gone wrong. And then creating a huge disaster. But it's not a disaster. You can't think of it as a disaster. It was necessary for this journey. For this twin flame journey. Everything was orchestrated ahead of time and necessary in order for our growth. We needed to test our love to the limits for God and the universe for our elevation. And I'm getting this sense right now, this feeling of like this warrior, like badass, cultivating that within us is like, look at what you guys just went through and look at what you conquered and did from within. There was no drill sergeant telling you what to do. You did it from within. Look at what a freaking badass you are. Look at how you overcame the situation. Like, you deserve a medal. And I'm hearing there's no shame in your game. Because think of all the people you can help with your story, with the lessons. Did you go through all of that for nothing? There's children that we have, and they're learning from the situation as well. Because their parents are evolving and growing and changing and are better for the experience. I don't know why I was hearing y'all don't have to get back together in order for this to be a success story. But if you do, it could be even better. Because look at what you guys just went through and look what you did. Look at the whole thing. Reflect on the whole experience as a whole, and you can see a different perspective than just like in a microscope pinpointing on one thing, like one conversation of emotions exploding together. It's an energetic explosion when y'all get together. And I keep hearing y'all. So I'm almost getting like a spirit guide of like my twin flame, because he has ancestors from the South, like Louisiana and stuff. And I don't have the South in my bloodline. Like, I don't have that accent or anything. And I don't hear that. I'm also getting a vision of like when he came over one time. I had this kind of weird experience in the shower where this was really creepy too. So it kind of like probably scared him away too, because I told him what happened. That I was in the shower and I closed my eyes and the lights were off. I closed my eyes under the shower head to clean my face, and I had to open my eyes back up because it was bright light, like blinding me. And then I heard, maybe a little bit later in the shower, I heard something like the B word, calling me a bad word, the B word, then turn off the water. So it's almost like your soul can get attachments with spirits, like negative, bad spirits. And so he was bringing those negative, bad spirits over to me. And then I could hear that, like I could get that, like, they were telling me a good thing though, so it wasn't like super bad, but it was like they were annoyed with me for being in the shower too long because he was sitting waiting for me. He had to leave. So it was super weird. And I don't know if it was telecommunication from him But he doesn't talk to me like that. He wouldn't say that, I don't think. Even in his head, I don't think. But I think like his protection, like his spirit guides wanted me to get out of the shower. Because he needed to leave, like, and he was waiting for me. And I didn't know he needed to leave. So that's crazy. And I'm sure that would freak him out, me saying that story to him. So this is like a really incredible journey of like craziness, like becoming a psychic and going through this twin flame journey is like really incredible. And like being a servant of God and a warrior, this is literally like you're a warrior, like you're being trained like an army. Like I keep getting those references, like you're working for the army and the government. You're literally like CIA agent, like, but really the good ones. Like you're not like corrupt. You're literally being trained by God for these special mission that you have. And it's not a joke, you guys. This is not just in my head. It's literally in my head, but it's God. It's not me doing this. And it's like literally perfectly orchestrated. Like, so you have to know without a doubt that it's God and the universe doing it, because there's no way. And especially my history and who I am and like how I am, like that people know me and they know that they know that this is not something like that I would do. The old me, I would have just like left him and not spoken to him again, but it's that draw of who he is. Because it was him that made it all happen. And the trigger of like our souls, like his soul speaks to me. Like I feel like I know him. I know how he thinks. I know what he's doing. Maybe not like everything all at once, but eventually I'm shown what's going on and how he feels and everything. And it creates more of like the whole picture puzzle of the whole picture of the whole puzzle. So sometimes you have to take a step back and look at the bigger picture of things. It's not about the small little things like, oh, he left you and he wasn't there for you, but what was he doing when he left? You know? What was my dad doing? I don't even know. My mom doesn't even know. But she probably didn't love him as much as I love my twin, because she just talked bad about him and didn't want to have anything to do with him. So that's not true love. Unless she was just really still, she could have been still traumatized by her childhood and not caring about him and his emotions, thinking about herself and how she was having to raise these kids on her own because he was gone. But he was trying to become a musician to follow his dreams. But I'm hearing like he had devil spirits on him when he would come back because of the people that he was hanging around and the drugs and stuff that were influencing him. And then he was being abusive. So there's emotional abuse, physical abuse. And no woman should ever tolerate any physical abuse. And that's not been tolerated. My mom didn't tolerate it. I don't tolerate it. Nobody's been tolerating that. So as a man, you should know that that's not... You're just going to be left. And nobody's going to care about your trauma if you're going to be physically abusive. Just putting that out there. But trauma needs to be dealt with. You can't just hide in the shadows and then come out and act like you're fine. Like you're a different person. No, you're still the same person that was abusive. You're just hiding it, and you're a monster. So, heal yourself and stop being a monster. Or take yourself away from the situation so it doesn't get worse. Because you're being triggered by demons that are haunting you. And they're driving you crazy because you need to separate yourself and heal. So you can't get mad at a man for running away and trying to heal. And do what he needs to do for himself. That doesn't change anything about like your love for each other, or that's actually the respectable thing to do. That's what you need to do, is go away and heal yourself so you don't hurt anybody. And then when you're ready, if ever, you can come back and express yourself and what you learned and how sorry you are or whatever. Just for, not for any kind of physical abuse, but any kind of like setbacks in the relationship or whatever, things that you needed to heal from. And that's what our country needs. We need people to go separate themselves and heal. No matter how long it takes. And not to be selfish and be like, you know, but, you know, my dad didn't pay child support, so it's a little different than, you know, for dads. When you become a new dad and you're not getting along and you're not doing the right thing for your family, it's like you have to respect their choices and what they need to do for themselves. And not like tear them down. There can be a good man and just be doing the right thing for themselves. And they don't want to be told that they're like a bad person when they're trying to heal themselves. And men are taught like not to show emotion and so it's even worse for men. I think I just like blew a bubble with my mouth. Oh my god, that's funny. So I'm using this highlight here on my palette. It's like a cream, very soft highlight. So I'm doing the exclamation point technique. So those are the kind of thoughts that were going through my mind this morning. And I think I'm gonna get my eyeliner from my bag. So these are pretty dark. Which one's darker? This one's more red. I think I like the brown one. So this is ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Chain Reaction. So when you're focusing on the bad stuff to like heal it, there's an intention of healing. So even though you're in a negative spot, I'm seeing like a cocoon, like a, like almost like, it's almost like, this is so funny. I kind of heard this. It's like the caterpillar is dreaming of flying. They're like almost like they're thinking of the negative things and they're like, oh, I hate being a caterpillar. I want to be a butterfly. In spirituality, they call that a dark night of the soul. Like when you just get so disgusted, it's your emotions. Like you're just so disgusted. Like I went through that. I have a video about, I was in the middle of it. It wasn't like it just started. But I was like, got to a point where I was just like, this just sucks. Like so many things suck. It had to get to a literally like rock bottom. Like where it was like, what is this? This is just disgusting. Like my life is just like, what happened? So you can turn it around. I'm gonna go in with this ColourPop Ritz. I gotta hurry up. But this is all important. These videos, and like I was saying, like it's like perfectly orchestrated. Like I didn't even want to do these. I was like, who cares about like what I wear and me putting on makeup? Like who am I? that people would care. But you can't think like that. You have to push past your comfort zone. And but for me, there had to be like a reason. And that's what a lot of us think, like there has to be a reason for it. But God knows the reason. Like, why do you feel the urge to do it? And why is God wanting you to do it? For your growth and your betterment, and to help other people. That's every answer is that. Every answer is that. Because God wants us to win. He didn't put us on this planet. He as a parental figure, a father figure, that masculine energy is why I say he. It's not actually a man. In our head, we can feel like it's like a father and picture like a man if we want, but it's not actually a man sitting in the sky. It's just an energy. So you can put any kind of face on an energy. It can go into any life form. Energy can enter any life form because it's energy, and energy doesn't die. That's a scientific fact. So there's spirits inside. You're a spirit. So if you're afraid of spirits, you are a spirit. You're a soul. A spirit is a soul. And we're all little pieces of God. Together we create God, is what I'm getting. Ooh, this is powerful. So if we're negative energy and we're sending that out into the atmosphere, that's going to create bad weather. Wow. That is so brilliant. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And Holy Spirit, there's just like information out into this I'm hearing vast universe. So it's just like I was saying in the beginning of this channel, how our energy affects the whole world, and we transfer energy to other people around us. So we need to stay with the light so we can create a better world for everybody. And that's scientific fact. Whether it's in the science books or not, that's the facts. As far as I'm concerned, I've already been told it's the facts, and there's scientific research that backs that up. So I want to go in with this Nude Highlight by Essence. So I just get confirmation after confirmation after confirmation about everything. So why do you need to worry when you have this, literally the Holy Spirit and God and the universe like on your side? Good always overcomes evil, but you have to be good. You have to make that decision and that choice to be good. I'm going to go in with Becca Wild Honey. So if you resist that, you're only hurting yourself and others. Because if you want to be bad, this bad guy, and then your kids are like becoming bad and making your life bad, like you decided that was your choice, and your health is going to be bad. and then you're not going to be happy, but you chose to be bad. You chose to speed your car and not wear your seatbelt. You're going to crash and you're going to get hurt and injured, and you're going to be in pain for the rest of your life. And you're not going to want to even live. Like we know this. This happens to people. So why would you do that? That, in my mind, that's how I think. So you're not reflecting, you're not understanding, obviously. You don't understand. And why are you so traumatized when God is with you? That means that you don't have faith, that you don't believe in God. That something, because our society has corrupted the Bible and everything, so you can think that you're doing good, but you're actually doing bad. Because this is a really deep message, but we're singing Jesus' name, but that's not even Jesus' name. We know this. It's scientific fact that it was Yeshua. Jesus wasn't like an American white guy. He was like a Jewish Israeli or something. That's what I heard. So you want to get down on me for fantasizing. And the religious Bibles and all those things are fantasy. It's manifesting. And you don't even understand the spirits that you're manifesting with. You're being brainwashed into thinking that it's certain things when it could be like literally the devil. Because the Bible in this country started with slavery and killing. So how is that like God in the Bible, like killing? Why was that okay to have segregation in this country? If it's about God in the Bible, God doesn't think like that. God is love. God is unity. God is all. God is peace. I'm getting a vision of Bob Marley. Bob Marley is like the representation of love and peace and harmony. But he didn't understand that the drugs are devil energy, which a lot of people in the spiritual world, they rely on drugs like hallucinogens and stuff because they think it's like, oh, that's spiritual. You're actually entering in the devil spiritual realm like you don't even understand when you're taking narcotics, is the word that I got. Because even alcohol, like you're allowing spirits, that's why it's called spirits. And it's normal stuff, so you can, it's okay to like, to do it every once in a while, but like to be in control of yourself. I'm getting like a skinny girl eating cake versus like an overweight person like constantly eating cake. There's a difference. Okay. Because it's harmful to your organs to have fat around it, because you're going to develop diseases and heart attack and stroke and diabetes and all of that stuff. That's why it's not a good thing. Okay, So I'm gonna go in with this other color that I just saw that I don't use. I'm just gonna wipe that over it, even though it was so good the way it was. Hopefully it makes it better. So you can think a mistake is making things worse, but it can actually make it better. So our love story is a beautiful disaster, just like a fairy tale. So I actually manifested this for us, this epic adventure tale, and we're just writing it out because the end is supposed to be beautiful and glorious and uniting and loving and all of our wishes and desires. So you have to write it out. You can't give up. Can't give up on it. I'm just going in with this brown on my Morphe palette. You have to keep dreaming, keep manifesting. Keep it going. Keep the momentum going. And it's an adventure. Enjoy the adventure. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some powder and just go around my nose area and here. Okay, and then also, I don't know why I'm using this brush, I just wanted to, in this area under here, like kind of bake that a little bit. And gentle with all this like under eye and highlighter and all that. Highlight, not highlighter. It looks like Fallout. So I'm gonna have to do some emergency surgery. Highlight. So manifestation could be in the mind, and it can also be in words. So, okay, so I'm also getting a vision of this book that I read when I had my daughter, my firstborn, because I did not know how to raise her, and I knew that the examples that I had around me were not good, and that I wanted to do it like the right way. And I had already graduated college, and like I found that like textbooks and stuff were like useful to like learning. Okay. Now I know a little bit more about some of those things, but that you can't always trust everything, even in college, what they say. But so I got this book, Children Are From Heaven by Gray, whatever his name is. I think Gray. John Gray, yeah. And it said that, so if you think 10 thoughts that are good and one thought that is bad, then that's going to overweigh the bad thought. So that's the kind of thing. So does it hear negativity? Does the universe hear negativity? I'm hearing that it's the energy. It's the energy of it. And the intention. I'm using the wrong brush again, but it's okay. The energy and the intention of it. And the repetition. The energy, the thought, and the repetition. The intention. And it's your actions that you take after that. Like your fierce determination to prove that point to be true. So I would speak out affirmations. Like if somebody said, do you want to smoke or whatever? I would be like, no, I don't do that. So you're speaking it out in this 3D world, like I don't do that. So that person knows I don't do that. And I know I don't do that. So it's speaking to yourself. Affirmations. When you speak to the universe, it's enforcing the fact that you don't do that. So it's not going to materialize. So it's pretty complicated. So it's not going to materialize because of your 3D world actions and intentions and affirmations to yourself. Because you're like, I'm not the person that does that. That's an identity of yourself. So if you tell yourself, like, I'm a smoker, and you say yes to smoking, and you go buy it, or you go do it, that's actions on it. So if you're a smoker, it can help you a lot to say, I'm not a smoker anymore, and just keep repeating that. And then take action on it. I know it's easier said than done, but I've done it with like a lot of things that I've been addicted to. But sometimes you give in and you're like, oh, okay, like you allow yourself to do it. You're just like, oh yeah, I need it or whatever. Like you're sending an affirmation out that you need it, and your brain is convincing you to have it. So it's those negative spirits trying to keep you from your path. It's the devil. And the people that want to do it with you are the devil, because they're getting in your head, like telling you that it's okay. And that it's keeping you away from what you truly want for yourself. And you have to think about it logically as if you're a drug addict or alcoholic. It's the same thing. So look at other people as like the same kind of addiction. So for me, I have like a sugar addiction ever since I was a kid. Because sometimes all we would have to eat is candy or nothing to eat. So it's like you would rather, and when all the candy's gone, like you don't have anything to eat. And soda and all that, like, because your mom's trying to be on a diet and lose weight because society says that you should be skinny. And that's more important than your kids. Oh yeah, I need to do my mascara and I need to hurry up. But I know these talks are very important for humanity, so it's not a waste of time, and it's very important. All the work that I did this morning was very important. It's already 2:30 in the afternoon, and I didn't do any work, but I did do work. Do you see? I did the hardest work where you're not even paid for it, but you're going to get paid for it. You will eventually get paid for it more than you can ever dream about, because you're elevating. You're getting to a higher level of consciousness, and you're bringing others with you. Like I'm bringing you guys with me, kicking and screaming, hating me, loving me. Whatever. I'm bringing the whole world with me, because my energy is going out there whether you guys like it or not. Because your energy is going out there, and all these other people's energy is going out there, and I don't like it, so I'm going to fight against it. See, your energy is disgusting. I'm going to stay away from anything, any kind of energy that's like that, and I'm going to be to my own energy. And that's how you defeat evil. And you feel good, and you feel happy, and you feel capable, and you spread that to your kids and others. The world. Do you ever look at kids and see they're constantly looking at the outside to get a picture of what the world is like and what society is like? That's what kids do. They're looking outside their family to see what is the world like out there, and they're seeing you and me. So what are we showing them? What are we showing our own children about the world? Yeah, let's get deep. Let's get deep, people. It's time to get deep. This is my outfit. This is what I'm wearing. I'm ready to work. I'm ready to go. And I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow. Peace, love, and light. Bye.